guys, today I'm here for Top 5 Tuesday, and today's theme is my top 5 worst love interest. I have done this theme in the past, but there is one love interest that's number one that's made me want to make this video, and recently I've discovered a few other love interests that I just really don't like. So I am excited to talk about people I hate. The number one is Edward from the Twilight Saga by Stephanie Meyer. Like, I mean, I used to be obsessed with Edward, like, don't get me wrong, like, I still remember that love. Getting older, I've realized how creepy he is. Like, I mean, he just watches her sleep all night, just standing there going... It is creepy and cringy, and he's always trying to rescue her, and it's always high stakes, and it's always just too much. And I can't believe Bella, like, wants to shackle herself to this dude for, like, all eternity. Like, come on. There's so many other better guys, and even Jacob's not that great. Like, she tells him she doesn't want him, and he's in the friend zone, and he keeps trying to get out of it, and it's too much, man. You are trying too hard when she doesn't actually want you. She only did it because she was sad over Edward, and you were gonna be, like, the rebound guy, but, like, honestly... These two guys are just like not all that. Number 4 on my list is Mace from Black Ice, and literally the front of the book says, falling in love should never be this dangerous. This was so stupid, like, honestly. Like, the main character and her friend get kidnapped by these two dudes, right? And, like, they're both murderers, but then she falls in love with one of them, and then he's meant to be, like, such a great guy. And it's like, no. There's no room for love in a hostage situation, and honestly, I don't know why books try and make that great. Like, when I read this book, I didn't really expect it to be like that, and then it was like, oh my god, it's actually really easy to guess who the actual killer of this book is as well. It's not the time or place, and I just didn't like Mace anyway, and it was just kind of really stupid, and it was just like, oh my god. You know, I called him Mace, but his name is actually Mason. Like, this is how much I don't think about this book anymore, or at least try not to think about the bad romance. It's Mason, but they do call him Mace. Yeah. Number 3 on my list is Ezekiel from Lifelike by J. Kristoff. It's a very problematic relationship, honestly, with a robot and a human in the first place. Ezekiel has pretty much imprinted on Eve, and he's a robot, and he's like, the love that they have is so intense, and it's not healthy, and I just didn't like him as a love interest, besides the fact that he's so boring and one-dimensional, and it's like you're just looking at a wall that goes, hey, nothing to him that makes him interesting at all. Like, he has superpowers, but he's a robot. They don't have the capacity to love as a human does, because their love is too strong and it's just too much, and I just did not like him as a love interest, and like, ugh. Number 2 on my list is John from Scarlett by AC Gorgon. Like, Rob could be on here too because I didn't like any of the love interests, but the thing about John is Scarlett keeps telling him no. She doesn't want to be with him. Like, she keeps saying, no, I'm not going to be one of your girls, and he just keeps trying to kiss her, keeps trying to be with her, and keeps saying, oh, we're going to be together. Like, no, like, you just got to, like, get the signals from this girl, man. Like, she's saying no. Like, do you not know what no means? There's so many love interests below this list that could have been higher than this, but I feel like this is important just for girls to know that you got to say no, but like, he just kept trying. This book, there's so many bad messages going on with this book, but like, honestly, I just really did not like John. And number 1, I feel like some of you may know this is coming if you've heard me hating on this series and this one particular character for a while, but it is Devin or Devlin or whatever your name is. I think it's Devin, but this is in the Stormglass series by Marie V. Schneider, and this is the series in the middle of the Poison Society series, so you got to read the first 3 books, then you got to read this series, and you got to read the last 3 books, because you will not understand a lot of what's going on in the third books if you don't read these books, and the third books are set 6 years later. It's all over the place. I can't even believe I read this whole thing, but like, the thing about this series, Opal, the main character, was kidnapped, tortured, and left chained up for 4 days by the love interest in this book. Isn't that beautiful? She hates him at first when she discovers who he is, but then she finds out that, you know, there was some bad magic, and then like, he has a heart, and like, I'm gonna sleep with him and marry him. Like, no. Like, there's some stuff that you can never forgive. Like, yes, they might have had magic, but there's people that are not susceptible to doing bad stuff even though they have evil magic. Like, there is people that still do good even though this happens. So there has to be a slither of badness in this dude, and I just... Like, why fall in love with your torturer? Stockholm Syndrome is like one of the worst things for relationships too, and it's just like, please don't. Just please don't. But like, I hate him, and like, in the third series when they're all happy, I'm just like, And you know what too? He actually does a body swap with someone and has sex with her when she thinks it's her boyfriend, and then he's the one that's having sex with her. Like, that, like, again... Like, is that somewhat rape because she doesn't know who it is and she would never sleep with that person if she did know? Like, this... I can't even. So these are the books with my least favorite love interest, and Lifelike actually was a 5-star read for me. Like, even though Ezekiel was annoying, the book was really great. Like, sometimes there's things that happen in a book that you can sort of be like, well, okay, like, I still really enjoyed the book, even though there's this one aspect that made me annoyed. Even though when I just talk about Ezekiel as its own thing without looking at the rest of the book, it really irritates me. But yes, I really didn't like this love interest, and quite a few of these books I just didn't like at all. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!